We are starting our video today from the bow. It's a good chance to see the shape which is typical to the era. The wind is blowing quite nicely today. We are on the Bosporus Straits, the straits which are connecting the Marmara Sea with the Black Sea. It's quite windy today, a lot of ship traffic. Today we are visiting a 34-meter steel hull yacht that was built in 1960. She was designed by Frederick and was built in Cleland's Shipbuilding in South England. She has 4 cabins for 8 guests and accommodation for 5 crew. To learn more about this yacht, visit her webpage by using the link at the video description below or click the card that appears now on your screen. The video is going to be long, so you can skip from one part of the video to the other by using the chapters that you will see in the video description below. Let's start. We are starting our video today from the bow. It's a good chance to see the shape which is typical to the era where the yacht was built, 1960. There are stairs here down to the main deck. I'm sitting on the second deck at the moment. The passages on the main deck, each one of them is leading to a small lazarette to store some deck equipment. Same on the other side. Now from here we can also see the big windlass, which is serving 2 anchors and 2 big bollards for mooring from stainless steel. Turning the camera back, we can see the bridge. The wind is blowing quite nicely today. Up here we can see the navigation equipment, 2 radars, a satellite receiver, VHF antennas, and 1 SSB radio antenna. And we are moving on the port side to see the pilot house. Just before that, we proceed a little bit further back. Look at the sharp stairs. This door down there is leading to the engine room, which we will visit very soon. Let's step into the pilot house, and here we are. It's a beautiful classic design from the 60s. You can clearly see some sign of it. Old compass. Another compass here, pretty sure it's the original one. Another interesting thing that we can see is these 2 letters, RR, which are actually the sign for Rolls Royce engines. That was the original engines for the boat. In 2005, both engines removed and changed with MAN engines, each with 440 horsepower. And at the moment, each one of these engines has 1,500 hours, running hours. So that's the general view of the pilot house. There is another space back here that can be used to sit and relax. It can also be converted to captain's cabin. Definitely has a potential. Now we are stepping backwards outside of the pilot house, and here we are on the second deck. Nice small sitting place sheltered from the wind. We have a bar here, probably was added over the years, and a nice couch, again sheltered from the wind. Nice place to rest. Above us there is a hardtop which has been extended over the years, and then again we are moving slightly backwards, and here we are near a dining table. This dining table will sit comfortably 8 guests. Moving further backwards, we have the open second deck, the open part, which accommodate the jet ski and a dinghy which is now in the water. We can see the cradle for it, and the Bezenzoni crane which serves both the dinghy and the jet ski. Generally speaking, the deck condition, in some places it's good, in others it needs service. Basically the yacht will need some investment to go back to her glory days. She has been refitted several times, one time in 1994, and the second reported time is in 2005, and she is in working condition, but for a new owner definitely will need some refreshments depending on the budget of the new owner. Now that's another angle, another view to see this aft deck, second aft deck area, and from here we will step down to see the main deck, back into the pilot house, and there are stairway just here at the right hand side, and we are stepping down. Now we will turn forward and move through the corridor on the starboard side, and the first thing we see, which is most forward, is kind of a dining area, indoor dining area or lounge, that people can sit here, play cards or watch TV. This space can be turned into a kind of additional guest cabin, which is located on the main deck. And from here we will step out and turn right and down to see the master cabin. It's a full beam master cabin. Feels very wide, very comfortable. Port lights provide reasonable daylight and can be opened when it's allowed for fresh air. And it has its ensuite, which is in very good condition. Sink here at the right side, toilet, and very large shower, which is furnished with white marble. And we are turning back into the master cabin. Good chance to view it from a different angle. And going back, and just before we go back, actually I would like to show you the capacity of storage space here, which is very generous. A lot of storage space, closets, more closets, and a lot of drawers all around. Same at the other side, small library at the other side. And we are stepping out, going back to the main deck, and from here I go to check the galley. So here we are in the galley. One small fridge here, storage space. Now down here is the way to the crew area, which we are going to visit at the end of the video after we visit the engine room. So 2 deep sinks, working surfaces, stove. We have a dishwasher here, oven, and additional working surfaces, and of course storage space underneath. Now this is the crew mess, so the crew can sit down here having their meals as well as resting. There is a space here for the fridges. There are 2 large Samsung domestic fridges. Quite a good size galley. So from here, let's go and see the other parts. Again, on the starboard side, moving backwards, we came from these stairs from the pilot house. Now here we have a day head, clean and nice, quite good light. And here we are in the salon, which is separated with a door. Very nice and pleasant salon. Large windows located at the right level, which is low enough for the guests to see the view outside. There is a small service bar, big TV here on the wall. And let's slowly move backwards in the salon. Really beautiful shape. It's not too wide. It gives very cozy atmosphere, which all the guests are joined together. And it also has a very good connection with the aft deck. Beautiful aft deck, canoe shape, nice furniture. I'm not sure that they are the original, but at least they kept the same design. Now we have 2 bollards here from stainless steel for mooring, and 2 capstans, electrical capstans. There is a boarding gate here, which has passerelle behind it that can be opened when you moor stern to. Another ship is passing in the Bosporus as we are speaking. And here on the starboard side, there is a boarding ladder which leads you to the sea. There is a boarding gate here which opens to the starboard side, and then down here this whole thing is opening and you can reach the water for swimming. Now I'm going backwards. This is a chance to see the condition of the boat. She might need some maintenance, probably she will. There are issues like that which will need maintenance. In some of the places it's okay, some other places will need more deeper attention and service. You can also see it here. Now we will step inside the salon, and it will be a good chance to see the salon from this angle. And the reason we are stepping into the salon again is because I want to show you the guest accommodation before we go to the engine room. So here is the stairway on the port side at the aft part of the salon to go and to see the 3 guest cabins. So we are slowly stepping down, and basically this is the VIP cabin, and in this short, at the end of this short corridor, there are 2 twin cabins. So let's start with the VIP cabin. It's again a full beam cabin, nicely arranged, quite wide, good volume, and then again there is a lot of storage space here inside, very deep, plenty of storage space. Same in the other side. Reasonable port lights window which provide natural light and fresh air. Small TVs located here. More storage space for personal belongings. And the ensuite with shower and toilet, which looks quite new. And sink, and from here again the VIP cabin, and we are stepping back into the corridor to see the last 2 guest cabins, which are twin cabins, twin bed cabin. Very wide, quite spacious. We are on the anchor. We are slightly rocking and one of the doors is slamming. This is the noise that you might hear in the background. Very clean toilet and shower. So here you can see and get the right impression of the size and width of this cabin, which is very reasonable. So we are going out to the corridor, crossing it, and going to the identical twin cabin here on the port side. The dinghy can be seen there through the port light, and this is what changed our light level. Another ensuite for this cabin, identical to the other one that we saw on the starboard side. And here we are. So we are stepping all the way up, and our next station will be the engine room. Here we can see the flooring of the master cabin that has been probably changed in recent years. This is definitely not the original. Going to the stern and to the port side, and we are going along the sidewalk. Another boarding gate here, and here we are in the engine room. Just before we visit the engine room, I'm going to make a big step into some kind of a service room. It has a door to the corridor on the starboard side. A lot of storage space here for provisioning, and on the other side places for glasses and washing machine and dryer. Then again, you don't have to come through the way that I showed. It can be easily accessed from the corridor on the starboard side. And we are going down into the deep engine room, and I'll meet you down there because I need both hands to secure myself. So here we are in the engine room. We have two MAN engines with 540 horsepower, each with 1,500 running hours. These engines replace the original Rolls Royce engines. They were installed here until 2005. There are three generators here from Onan, two large ones, starboard and port side, each with 45 kilowatts. Another one with 30 kilowatts is located down here. A working station for the engineer to deal with maintenance and service. Some inverters and chargers. There are a few solar panels on the roof of the bridge. So these are the chargers. Boiler, compressor, and at the back of the engine room in both corners we can see the hydraulic pistons of the VOSPER stabilizers. It's right there, and on the other side here the other fin stabilizer is located. The company VOSPER is no longer exists. It has been now part of Yacht stabilizer group. Now the boat has 29,000 liters of fuel, 27,000 liters of fuel, and 12,000 liters of fresh water. And together with a water maker from Horizon that we can see there, which produces 300 liter of water, fresh water every hour, it is quite self-sufficient in terms of water. So that was the engine room. We are stepping back into the main deck. So this is the last part of the video. After we visited the engine room, we are going to dive into the crew area. It's a very sharp way down, so again I'm going to meet you down there. I just came from these stairs, very sharp ones, and we are starting with the first cabin. This is the captain's cabin. Reasonable size bed, some space for storing personal belongings, reasonable natural light provided from the port lights, and we are turning the camera forward to the long corridor. Here on the starboard side there is a cabin with two banks for the crew, and identical on the other side, another two cabins. So that makes the crew accommodation for a captain and 4 crew. Should be quite sufficient for this size of boat. Here we have toilet on the starboard side, same on the port side, and also there is a sink and a wet shower on both sides. We move forward, and I see some mattresses here that is stored here for the winter, and we can see the long tubes of the for the chains of the anchor, and forward there we can see the machine hydraulic supply for the windlass. Now from here there is an exit to the foredeck, so the crew can also go out from here. Now let me remind you that if you want to learn more about this vessel, you can visit our website by using the link at the video description below. You can also click the card that appear on the top part of your screen that will take you directly to the web page. So here we are in a cold winter day on the Bosporus in Istanbul. Again, more ships are crossing. The traffic at this hour is going from south to north to the Black Sea, Russia, Ukraine,